I'm Celeste.
And we are A2 the Twist.
Today we're going to be attempting to make Mallorcas in the air fryer.
So recently our oven has broken down,
And they don't sell any more pieces to fix it, so we have to get a new one.
And in the meantime, we have been relying on our air fryer to do all the hard work.
So we thought, might as well try to make Mallorcas in the air fryer because there is a bake option, so we're going to test it to see will it work the same as an oven.
So we've been searching high and low to see if there was any recipe of Mallorcas in the air fryer.
But guess what? We didn't find any. So we decided to try and make our regular recipe in the air fryer, and we already have our dough pre-made.
Yes, we just made it.
And it's already risen, so it's really high. And if you want to know how we made this dough and how to make Mallorcas in the oven regularly, then go check out our video. It'll be right there, and also link in the description, and you can see how we made it.
And while you're down there, make sure to subscribe
to see more recipes, and give this video a big thumbs up,
and share with your friends and family.
With all that said,
let's get started.
We have many different cooking appliances that we could have tried to make this recipe, such as the Instant Pot or like the toaster oven, or even the microwave. I mean,
who knows?
But we thought that we tried the air fryer because it's the most similar to a regular oven. Basically, the air fryer has a little fan in it, and it makes it produce the heat quicker, so it'll heat up your things much faster than an oven because the oven disperses the heat much slower at a slower rate. So we're gonna cook the Mallorcas in the air fryer just with a smaller amount of time and a lower heat to see if that'll be easier to bake Mallorcas quicker than in an oven.
So in the air fryer, because it's so small, you can't just put like a big, ginormous pan because it won't fit in there. So we've been using these cake pans, and we put some parchment paper at the bottom so it wouldn't stick. And we're gonna be able to make at least two at a time, but it'll take longer.
It'll take longer to make the whole batch,
yes,
but we're gonna put it for less time. But if you've seen in our other videos, they do grow a little bit, so we're hoping that we can fit two in just this small cake pan. We don't know how these are gonna turn out, and you don't know either, so watch to the end of this video to see how our Mallorcas in the air fryer turn out, and to see if they're just as good as Mallorcas in the oven.
Better or worse? Who knows? Watch the end of the video to find out. With something I don't know.
We already have our pre-made dough, so now it's time to shape the Mallorcas.
Let's go!
So we're gonna start by flouring our surface with some flour so that it won't stick.
We've floured our surface where we're gonna put all of this dough, and it will be sort of sticky, so.
We have our big lump of dough. And we're going to take little sections and roll them out into like 12 to 14 inch long ropes that are like half an inch thick.
Or smaller, depending how big you're gonna make them.
We're gonna do that first, and then we're going to roll them up.
Let's do that!
So we divided half of our dough into balls like this big, kind of like a handful. And we're gonna start shaping the Mallorcas into ropes that are like 12 to 14 inches long.
Yes.
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 No.
What?
Thank you, ma'am.
First,
Okay.
you roll it like this. Then you roll it like this. Then you shape it. I'm just kidding, no.
I'm gonna show you how we are rolling it, just in case you haven't seen our video yet of how to make Mallorcas.
But you kind of have to get the dough.
Yeah, so go watch that video.
Yeah.
After this one. Okay.
Lord have mercy.
All right, so we're gonna roll it out like this on our surface, and then we're going to take it, put one down, and start wrapping it around. And then once you get to the end of the dough here, you're going to pick up the Mallorca and put it underneath, and then put it back on top. That way, so when you're baking it, it'll rise in the center. So we're gonna take this beautiful Mallorca and put it on a pan. with parchment paper. So we're gonna shape all the Mallorcas and put them on the pan with parchment paper because we're not gonna bake them yet. And we'll be back. I'm just gonna put like a little time lapse of it so you can see. So we were just working fine here, and then Angela was complaining that she didn't have enough workspace. So she went all the way downstairs to get her table and a mat and stuff to make her own space to work at. Because the oven is too small. We got rags. We got rags to cover the pans full of Mallorcas. And once we have a full pan, we're gonna let it rise for 45
minutes.
45 minutes with a rag on top of it before we bake it. We have 1, 2, and 3 pans full of Mallorcas. And we're gonna let them rise for 45 minutes. And this is our beautiful air fryer that we're gonna be using later. And we have a big mess to pick up because, I mean, look at the floor full of flour. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Okay, we're gonna clean this up and then we'll be back after 45 minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
It has been 45 minutes and we have the Mallorcas. They're all have rows for 45 minutes. And it's time to start the baking process. So Angela's gonna melt 1 stick of melted butter, or butter, I don't know, so we can brush it on top of the Mallorcas. Got the air fryer. Boom chakalaka, boom boom chakalaka. Ta-da! Okay, so we have the air fryer here, and we have our Mallorcas. This is our first batch, so we're going to brush them with butter. So we have our air fryer, and we're gonna put it on the bake option. And since we're only cooking 2 Mallorcas at a time, and the air fryer produces heat much quicker, so we're going to put the heat down about 25 degrees. So in the regular recipe, when you're doing it in the oven, you need to preheat it to 350 degrees, but we're gonna put it for like 325. We're gonna put it for about 20 minutes just to see if that'll be a good time, and if it's too much time, then we'll lower it.
These are the Mallorcas.
Now we're gonna put the Mallorcas in. Put them in. And we're gonna put them in the air fryer. Let's see how this goes. We'll be back in 20 minutes for an update. It's only been in here for 2 minutes and it already smells good, so that's a good sign. It has only been 10 minutes at 325 degrees. And this is how they look. They look really good, like fresh out of the oven. So I think we're gonna take them out now and then we'll put some more in. And it only took 10 minutes, when in the oven it would take like 20 to 25 minutes. All right, we're gonna put them in for 10 minutes. And we'll be back. We have our second batch done. We'll be back in 10 minutes. I already buttered up our second batch, and our dad already tried one Mallorca already, so he said it's good, so that's a good thing. And also I just wanted to say that in the air fryer, it took 10 minutes to cook 2 Mallorcas at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. But in the oven, it takes about 20 to 25 minutes to cook about 6 Mallorcas at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So that can just give you a little comparison between the two.
The next step is to put some powdered sugar on them.
Time to try the Mallorcas that we baked in the air fryer. All right. You already tried it?
What are you doing?
It tastes the same as if you bake it in the oven. That was our Mallorcas that we baked in the air fryer with a twist. Right? What is this?
Jesus Christ, Sephora has more passion than Mallorca does.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and try this recipe at home. We'll see you next time. Bye.